Today we're going to be running with our run-on sentences. Running on sentences. We've already talked about fragments, which are parts of a sentence that are not complete thoughts. We've also talked about complete sentences, which have a subject and a predicate. But what happens if you have too much information for one sentence? Those are run-on sentences. So you're going to have a paper that has this, this, and this on it, okay? You're going to cut this box out and glue it down, okay? You're going to cut the name out and put it on top. This, you fold on the dotted line and cut around the box. So you glue that one piece, if you see how it's glued down? And it flips up just like that. So go ahead and pause your video right now to set that up. Okay? All right. So I'm going to grab my Flair pen and we're going to do run-on sentences. Run-on sentences is two complete sentences that join together. So in other words, it is two complete sentences that are squished together to make one sentence. And you can actually divide them into two sentences. There are two ways to create a solution to fix run-on sentence. You can create a compound sentence. Compound meaning two, so using conjunctions. Now conjunctions are the words that we're going to include here, and they usually go in between the sentences. You could also make them into two separate sentences, but today we are going to be focusing on bringing them together into two sentences. So our conjunctions, we look at the word fanboys, like fanboys. They're a fan of something. Fanboy stands for and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Those are conjunctions. Conjunctions combine two sentences together. So I'm going to put over here. Okay, so let me leave that there. So fanboys, F is for, A is and, N is nor, which is like neither or neither, but, or, Y is yet, and S is so. So pause the video there and finish completing the notes, and then we're going to move on to inside. All right, friends, now that I'm done throwing things on the floor, we are going to correct this by doing two different things. We're going to, first of all, practice using two sentences. So I have to say, how do I know where to divide the sentences? Or how do I know where to put the conjunction? Okay? This says, my backpack is so heavy I will need to clean it out. So where does my one, I'm going to try to zoom back out. Where does my one sentence end and my other one begin? My backpack is so heavy I'll need to clean it out. I think it's right here at heavy. So I could write, my backpack is so heavy, period. I will need to clean it out, period. These are two separate thoughts, two separate sentences. Run-on sentences, if you have a bunch of them together, it's like, where do I stop? Take a breath. My backpack is over here, I'll need to clean it out. Where do I take the break? The purpose of punctuation is to pause and move on to the next thought. So we can tell the difference between the different thoughts. Okay. Just going to continue with my red here. The trial started yesterday. It lasted for a long time. So let's think where we can divide that up. The trial, that's my subject. What happened? It started yesterday. That's a complete thought. I can put a period after that, right? Period. It lasted for a long time. That also tells me a complete thought. The trial started yesterday, break. It lasted for a long time. How do I know which way to divide it up? I just know I'm done sharing my thought and it moves on to something a little different in my sentence. Where do you think you should take the break to breathe? Our last one. A waiter served us dinner. He brought out desserts too. I think the first thought, a waiter served us dinner, tells me what I need to know. A waiter served us dinner, period. He brought out desserts too. So I always reread it. A waiter served us dinner. He brought out dinner, period. He brought out desserts too. Yeah, that works. Okay. Now we're going to work on how to use the conjunctions. Okay. I did this one first because you have to determine, where your first thought ends and your second thought begins in order to know where to put the conjunction for the majority of the time. So that's why we have to practice this first. You are going to type in the sentence that you create for this one into our discussion. That's going to be our discussion question, so I know that you read this video or watched this video and did the notes. So correct by creating a compound sentence. Compound means two complete sentences together. Did you watch a reality show? Did you go to the movies? Okay, did you watch the reality show? That sounds like a complete thought. Did you go to the movies? That also sounds like a complete thought. Okay. So I need to find a conjunction. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put these into the part right here, where I think this conjunction should go, because that's where the first thought ends and the second thought begins. Did you watch the reality show? For did you go to the movies? That does not make sense. All right, A. Did you watch the reality show and did you go to the movies? That makes sense. That could be a possibility. Did you watch the reality show nor did you go to the movies? No, that does not make sense. Did you watch the reality show but did you go to the movies? I really think that this person's asking if they did one or the other. So I think, did you watch the reality show or did you go to the movies? I think that one makes the most sense. But I still want to make sure that I do that. Yet, did you go to the movies? So, did you go to the movies? I want to say or. Because I think the person is trying to ask me if I did if I did one or other of the other. Did you watch the reality show or did you go to the movies? Okay. All right. Did you watch a reality show or did you go to the movies? You're going to have a situation where more than one conjunction fits into it, like and also fit. But then you have to ask yourself which one goes along with what the authors or the person that's writing the sentence is trying to say. They were asking me which one did I do. Okay, the next one, we snap photographs, we forgot to upload them. I think this is where I'm going to put a conjunction after photographs. We snap photographs for we forgot to upload them. That doesn't make sense. We snapped photographs. And we forgot to upload them. Okay, that makes sense. We snap photographs, nor we forgot to upload them. Nor means we didn't do either. That doesn't make sense. We snap photographs, but we forgot to upload them. That makes sense. So I have and but. We snap photographs or we forgot to upload them. That doesn't make sense. We snap photographs, yet we forgot to upload them. That would work. We snap photographs, so we forgot to upload them. So yet and but would also work. I think if I put but, it would make the most sense. Like I took them, but I didn't upload them. Okay. So you're going to do this sentence. My bicycle needed brakes. It can use a tune-up. Okay. So right here is where the brake is. Find the conjunction. Okay. And that is run-on sentence.